Open your eyes.
Doormat, piece of meat, slave. That's all I was made to be. I worked from dusk till dawn while most of you slept, sleeping in a way you did not. Every night I was visited by multiple men who only wanted one thing, what they paid for. I had no choice, no voice. I was alone. An animal in a zoo, caged and forced to entertain the visitors. It wasn't always like that. I had a life before. Family, friends. I had hopes and dreams. I was still at school and my dream was to become a nurse. I wanted to help people. I was just like you. And all that was stolen from me. I don't know how long I was held a slave. Each day rolled into the next. I often wondered if anyone missed me. Those first few weeks were hell on earth. I was locked in a room and he visited every night, breaking me in. Then he came with another man. They shook hands, and just like that I was sold. To them, I wasn't even human. I was just a commodity to be used up and passed around. Since then, I was sold more times than I care to remember, passed from pillar to post. Sometimes the property of a gang leader. The last time I became under the watchful eye of the Madame. That surprised me the most. How could a woman run a business built on the exploitation of other women? I was taken at 13, but I've seen younger girls. The physical act was bad enough, worse when men didn't want to use protection. They just quoted what they paid for and it was forbidden to disobey a customer. But that was just the outside. It was the internal pain that affected us the most. The violence becomes normal. The derogatory names become normal. The self-loathing becomes normal. I became dependent on drugs to try and escape my reality. They liked it that way. On drugs, we were less aware. After some months, I gave up all hope of ever being free. I tried to run once, but they easily caught me and dragged me back through the streets. We passed people who just stared but did nothing. It was like I didn't exist. One night started like all the others. A man entered my room and locked the door. I prepared for the inevitable. He came and sat down next to me and told me not to be scared. He asked how many of us were here, where the others were located. After that, all hell broke loose. Officers stormed the building. I just sat in the corner, staring at the flashing blue lights. Finally, he returned and said they had arrested everyone. It was safe now. That was the beginning of the end for me. I was taken to a Hope for Justice dream home, where I was supported to grow and become independent. I was given roots and safety. I received an education and trained to become a hairdresser, although it took a lot longer for me to regain my confidence. The outside was foreign to me, and I was scared I'd be taken and dragged back into that world. Unfortunately, that is a reality. They know how to manipulate you back in. It's all some people have known. I was one of the lucky ones. I've learned to laugh and smile again. We are not victims. We are survivors. I am not alone. I am free.
I urge you, open your eyes.